Hi, just a couple tips on making curry. Curry is not about just putting everything together in a big pot. There's a process to it. And the first part of it is what you call the bagar. I don't know what the English word is, but in Hindi that means spices and herbs and vegetables that you have to lightly fry before you put it in the curry. And the frying and or the toasting of these herbs brings out the flavor that really changes the feel of the entire curry. It's very important. The second thing is that you can't just put everything into the pot at the same time. Things have to be kind of folded into the curry. They go in one at a time, and certain things have to go in earlier, certain things have to go in later. That preserves the feel of that curry. You don't want it to turn into soup, and you don't want it to be too mushy. The third thing is that it's largely a large experiment. We, growing up, we never had recipes for anything. You kind of just feel it out. So you're tasting the curry every few minutes to see, does this really taste right or not? And every time I make curry, it's always the same. 30 minutes into it, I'm like, what am I doing? This curry is like really just okay. I don't know if I like it. 60 minutes into it, the curry starts to taste really good and I really love it. And then 90 minutes into it, it's absolutely delicious. The flavors come out, the aromas come together. You'll notice that some of the spices are not uh, as as prickly or intense. They're kind of smoothed out. I can't really describe it, but when you taste it, you'll know. The nice thing about curry is that it freezes very well. If you take this hot curry and put it in a mason jar and put it in your freezer for a year, it'll be totally fine. And I tell people the only thing that tastes better than 2-day-old curry is 3-day-old curry. So you can have curry for a very long time. The only thing that I wouldn't do is unfreeze it and then refreeze it and then unfreeze it and then refreeze it. It'll lose a lot of its flavor and it'll start to taste kind of very chalky and it just won't taste that good. So that's a couple of tips for you, and I'll show you when it's all done.